Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hope you all having a great day. I myself having a good day. And I'm here giving you a live before I go to work tonight. And it's yes, you see it, the thumbnail is Love Island season 8, episode 4 through 6. And hopefully y'all enjoy. If you're new to my channel, please welcome, welcome, welcome. You will join the Mizzle family. And what's up? That said, I appreciate everyone who watched my last review of the premiere to third episode. I appreciate the new subscribers and the likes. Please, if you enjoy it, comment. If you enjoyed the live, please like the button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and also comment down below in this section. I love to interact with people and see what your thoughts are. All right, if you want to come in the chat, please be respectful in the chat. Remember, this is only a show. And we don't know these people, so let's have a good time. I like to review things. I don't take this show too seriously. I like to have fun. Hey, shine bright like a diamond. You're beautiful like diamond in the sky. I got my haircut looking good. I got my glasses on. And let's get into it. So I'm going to take y'all too long because we got 3 episodes to review. And let's get into it. All right. So, we did the last episode when everything went down. And, what came from it? All right. We get to see Sincere, Sean, and Bryce. This is episode 4. And Sincere wants to continue his relationship with his connection with Melody, and he understand where his upset from, and understand where he coming from and everything, why he's upset, and why she was upset too. That whole game that we play, we find the reveals of the secrets and everything, and the truth that came out. Everything from that kind of like shifted, and meeting with Kata, all that stuff came about. So now she's upset, he's upset, like everybody's upset. They trying to think, so their relationship is getting tested and rocky. So Bea and Anaya, Bea said she really liked Gabriel, but she didn't like the issue that Kenzie is pushing up on him and whatnot. And Bea said she's good with Gabriel, and Gabriel told Bea that his second option is Kenzie. That's his type, but he likes Bea personality. But he said him and Kenzie got different coaches, so he don't know about that. And Bea said she's nervous. She's nervous around Gabriel. I mean, is he really nervous about him? Like, I don't know, because she said this is guy that make her nervous, that make her more on her feminine energy and whatnot. Because she usually come across, she usually had to be masculine most of the time and be strong and be tough. And this is the first time she's able to drop down her guard and be more soft and feminine. And I don't know, because it's like you and Gabriel conversations. I don't really see much of your conversations, and when y'all do, it's not really much deep. It's just mostly surface level. So it's any kissing all the time. So it's mostly lustful, in my opinion, than more of a connection. But we'll see. You like him, and you don't really have any other connections there but Gabriel. You kind of sever your ties with Sean. Even after you told him you would still explore, but you haven't explored him. So I don't even know what's happening. Because we know why. Because you don't want to date with him because he has a child, but you never tell him that. But that's that. But then Gabriel is confusing me because he's more contradictory, saying that Kenzie is second type, but that's his second choice, his second option, that's his type. But then he said he don't know about her because they got different cultures. It's like, okay. So Melody and Naya. Now Melody just said she told Naya that she's not mad that Sincere pulled freaking Taylor. I think she was more upset that he was not honest about it. And that's what I'm like saying. It's like as we move on, it seems like a lot of people doing what they had to do, and a lot of them. One thing I do have an issue is that a lot of them act like they so locked in and closed off so quickly, so early, which we shouldn't be having that's happening. Like, I need to explore the connections. You act like the person you only met the first day is the only person you're gonna only be with the rest of the freaking villa. You got more people coming in and stuff like that. You go get tested, you go get tempted, and you got to realize that maybe another option's out there. If it's meant to be with the person you came with, it's meant to be with the person you started with. But you got to do other things. My thing is, I don't have no issues that people do what they doing. I don't have no issues people putting for the chat. I don't have people doing kissing these other people out of the relationship because y'all not locked in, y'all not closed door. My only issue I have is that if you go to do, you go to do, stand in your ish. Stand in it. Don't backtrack. Don't lie. Don't maneuver like you Luke Kim and dodge and everything. No, stand in your decisions. Because I don't fault you for doing it. This is Love Island. This is the point of the show. So I was like, yes, she should be mad that he pulled Kata. The only problem that he would be sneaking about it, and he didn't tell her. Even though I said that the last review was like, how come you haven't told her or at least give her a heads up like this whole day? Like you avoid her or something whatnot. So, but then she said she gonna pull KC. And I ain't heard her. She didn't say nothing. But you know, she felt something about that because she didn't really ask if she gonna pull KC. She told them that she gonna pull KC. And then when they was in the makeup room, she told the girls, I'm gonna pull KC and Gay for a chat. I'm gonna pull them. And nobody say nothing. But I say, it's girl, it's the way how you say it. It's like at the end of the day, yes, you're for love and you for your connection, but don't overstep somebody's toes and being disrespectful about it. Just like you don't need a permission, but at least be more mindful. Just that now say I'm gonna pull them. It go like you demanding them and you telling them what it is instead of let them know. Whatever. So Melody and KC, Anaya. So Melody and KC. Anaya's pissed off when she see them talking. But she said her connection with Cecilia is secure, it's good. They got similar backgrounds, they understand each other. She wants a big family, and said she open to kids with KC, but it's not like a big deal. But like KC said that he said he's open to kids, but it's not like a big deal because he comes from a big family, and he said he just want to spoil his life, growing up, someone to be adventurous and make memories with the person he with. If kids come to be, it comes to be, but he's not. It's not a big deal for him. It's not like a goal for him. So I was like, that's good. That's good. There's a lot of people don't have that goals. I wish a lot of people more have that goal instead of having kids and then neglecting them. And it doesn't make you selfish either. It make you human. Oh, hold on. So Melanie and Kinsey, and she said she likes her chats with Casey. She liked her chat with Casey. Melanie said that to Kinsey. But then they got a text. I got a text! And the text was the Boss Bitch Challenge. Be the boss. So what it is, they got a couple things to do. So the girls will come out with their boss outfit. They're going to show what they got. They can shake their good clappers, do what they got to do, bust a split, do whatever they have to do to get their attention. And then they're going to pick the person who they have an office crush on. And when you have the office crush, then you pick that person, you kiss them, and you do your normal thing. That's a challenge. Then after you do that, you have a question. And the question is, based on the question, you go dump someone who you figure the question pertains to. And after you dump the person, Then you go inside the account department, and I guess you get some fake money and whatever it is, and then it's a surprise in there. And the surprise in the accounts department is that the girls, it was a new bombshell named Corbin. We're gonna talk about Corbin in a minute because he's corny. Corbin. That after you get from the accounts department, you come back out, and then you slobber down and kiss the person you're a couple up with. So it's a lot, right? But it was entertaining. So let's get down to it, right? So Naya was first. She seduced Sean. Her office crush was Sean. So Sean was so happy. He said, "Oh my gosh, yeah, I'll get ready for this." I said, because I was on your choice, but you have still pulled her. Mm-hmm. He was ready for that. He was ready for that kiss, and then he was fainting. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting off this frame. Fainting. So the question for Naya was, who do you feel that takes credit for a group project? And usually like that, you usually hate doing group projects at school and work and everything because it's always that one person who they don't put their effort and work in and their share of the responsibility to the job and the group project, and then they want to take the credit when it comes down if you get a passing grade or not. And sometimes you hate the group project that everybody gets the same grade. So so she picked KC, her partner. So slime this behind and whatnot. And and they kissed afterwards. Down. Um yes. So next was Bea. After Naya was Bea. So Bea office crush was Sincere. So she kissed Sincere. They had a good little kiss, and that was whoop de whoop whoop. And then her question was, who isn't afraid to step on a toe to climb to the top? So she picked Kenzie. And she picked Kenzie because Kenzie felt something about this. She said, "Oh my gosh, why she would pick me? That's crazy." And I'm saying vulnerable. I had no connection. So Kenzie felt something about that. I think she did that because she didn't like you talking to Gabriel, and you never came to her to tell her that you was gonna pull Gabriel for a chat and whatnot. So she didn't like that. So she picked Kenzie for that reason. And she said, "Why you would pick me and not Kato, who's a bombshell that would come in to step on toes to get to the top?" That's what I'm saying. A bombshell is the person that was willing to step on toes to get what they want. That's the whole definition of bombshell. That's why I don't understand why these people getting upset when the bombshell comes in and they got to kiss you in the challenges and everybody owning their feelings about it. I said, y'all stop it. Because I know emotion might be involved, but y'all act like y'all are married. So we get to that episode 6 chatter because I was like, why y'all so annoying? Y'all would have all fun and the bombshell comes in, y'all all mad. Mad for what? Stop it. So Trinity was next. Trinity office question was Sean. He was cited again. I said, calm down, Sean. So she said, her question was, who you think is faking it for the promotion? Basically, who faking it in here? Who's not being real? She picked her partner, Bryce. Now, Bryce felt something right about that. He said, damn, she think I'm faking it? Felt something right about that. He was a little about it. He said, oh, okay, I try to be all sincere and everything. And she think I'm faking it. So it's like, why is she coming over me if she think I'm faking? Right? So that's that in any case. Then Melody was next. Now, Melody was being petty because during the time, I was like, remember my last review, I was saying Melody was only doing what she's doing out of revenge and not because she want to explore. Oh no, I think this was a couple episode. I think she's doing here. This episode is where we start seeing what she was doing. Because numerous times she's trying to act like she don't know the new bombshell's name, Kata, which is easy, and trying to like shade her. So when she throw some shade at Kata picked that shade back and threw that thing right back at her, and I was here for it. I say, see, don't play playing with people because they gonna come back to you. I like that. I loved it. So Melody, office crush was KC. So they kissed and everything. And then they said, who do you think they need to be fired? Like, who do you need to get booed out of here? And she put Kata. And she said, oh, it's all love, it's all love. Kata said, fake love, fake love. Yes, good, fake love, because you don't care for her. You didn't like that. Sincere put her for the chat. And you've been bothered ever since. So I picked it, clocked it, and throw it back at you. Hey, what's up? And throwing it back at you. So Casey was next. Casey office crush was Gabriel. So she I said, I give you something to come about. If I'm gonna step on toes, I'm gonna show you I'm gonna step on toes. So I kissed Gabriel. She kissed Gabriel. And then she said, who is the office gossip? She only picked a Naya because she said Naya had the T, because Naya is like the villa therapist. Everybody comes to the Naya. But I said, Naya, I need you to start stepping up in your own main character and start doing you and stop being there for everybody else. Because when you need to have your little moments, who gonna be there for you? Who gonna be there for you, Naya? Because everybody coming to you and you know everything, but who gonna be there for you? You need an outlet yourself, or start stepping up, being your main character energy. So that's what Kata's next. So Kata said, all right, Melanie, I will get you. Since you want to throw some little shade at me and come at me like I'm some freaking person, like I'm some freaking regular, dusty person. Happy Wednesday, Happy, how you doing? Daniel Better Spotlight, what's up? Like I'm a regular person, I'm gonna throw it back at you. So yes, my office crush Insincere, and I'm gonna kiss down. And she, baby, they was kissing down. Sincere was loving that kiss. He was loving it. He was loving it. And then she was like, who do you think needs a promotion from their couple? She picked Sincere. I was like, brava, bellissima. Melanie was tight. She said, oh, yeah, because Katie said, listen, I'm a tick for tat kind of girl. You gonna come to me, I'm gonna come back at you. And I was here for Kata. I said, no, that's right. And since then, I think this episode, everybody started liking Kata. People had no issue with her before because she just came in. But then now we saw how she is and how she was. And she don't play that game. She a tick for tat. She staying on business. And that's what it is. You gonna try to play me, and yes, okay, it's your man. And I'm gonna say he needs to upgrade from you for your relationship and move from there. So, she was upset about that. So every time all the girls had to kiss Corbin, and he's the new bombshell. He's a light bright with muscles. Not that bad looking. But as we get to more him, it's like, this boy is given only by sex. He only giving sexual energy. He ain't giving nothing else. There's no depth to him. It's nothing else. And it's like airhead in his freaking brains. Like, what is going on? And whatnot. And he fooled himself too. Right? So the girls and the guys have a little chat. Now the girls kept the secret that they all kissed Corbin. Because the guys wondering why they were so hot and why they're coming out there trying to kiss them and being all good with that. And good. But now that they didn't realize that they was in that compartment kissing down the freaking bombshell. So I would say, so y'all could do that and keep a secret of kissing a bombshell. But when y'all had the next challenge in episode 6, y'all own your feelings. Which I say, no, I'm not mad at that at all. I don't care if Casey said he was blessed. Again, so what? I'm not mad at that. So the girls talk, and Melanie said Corbin and her type is to the T. That's her type. I said y'all only saying Corbin's your type because he's tall. Okay, y'all know a lot of these love to him in. That's their requirement. Most of them, when you ask them who they want 6 feet, and a lot of guys not even 6 feet. So it's like it's a very small percentage of people in the world is 6 feet. So it's like, well, at least in this country, 6 feet. So when you say that's a requirement, that is what it is. Her type to the T. Bryce was upset. That's why he went a little extra hard with that kissing chat with Trinity to show you. You think I'm fake? I'm gonna show you. I know thinking little pushover. I got a little bad boy in him. I know that's right. So Melody asked Kata, why did you pick me? Because you picked her, so she got you back. And point blank period. So they went a little fist bump, and then she went a hug. She said, oh. Mm-hmm. So Sophia loved that kiss with Kata. He loved it to the T. And I wrote down, I see like it seemed like Kenzie is emotionally immature. I don't know why I wrote that, but it seemed like she is. I don't know who said that, but that's what they said. All right, so Trinity and Bryce. So she said the reason why she picked them is because the other guys in their relationship with their partner are more progressive and doing more than what he's doing. So he took that, he understood that. He said he gonna step it up. And she said he wanna step it up. And he said he got something there. She said, you shocked me. And Trinity still like Bryce. As they more and more, because at first they think it was a friendship thing. And as he explained to himself, then she realized, oh, okay. Now I understand you. She said we building a foundation and we're getting more and more and more together. But at first she was like, you need to step it up. You want to romanticize me, man. Get here. Bay and Kinsey. So Bay told the Kinsey, said, why you didn't tell me that you gonna pull game for a chat? I would like to know. And Kinsey was like, she apologized and she said she should have told her, right? And but I was like, and also Bay, you don't understand that Kinsey is single and vulnerable. So she is susceptible in leaving. So you have to understand that she's on this survival mode of trying to find a connection before she get her booted out the villa. So you have to understand, wow, yes, maybe she could have came to talk to you and tell you to put for the chat. But at the same time, well, you saw Gabriel on her talking, but it is what it is. So now she understands her perspective. She understands Kenzie's on survival mode and everything. So she understands why she did do what she had to do and everything. And then she said Kenzie should be the first one to take dibs on the bombshell, other than her and Melanie. I was like, okay, I understand why Kenzie may need to have the first choice, but she don't have to have the first choice. Who is you to tell her? Who do you to tell someone that they gotta have first dibs on whatever? And how do you know the bombshell even like Kenzie, even attracted to Kenzie or Kenzie his type? How do you know that? And who was you to say out of you and Melanie? Like, I'm gonna talk to whoever I want to talk to and everything, and you don't dictate who gonna be talking to them and what time and whatnot. So, man, stop that. I didn't like that. I said, "Oh, Kenzie have person other than me," and then I said, "Other than you, and so what about the other two? What other two ladies? You don't think Corbin might like Anaya and Trinity?" How y'all feel about Baya? Tell me how y'all feel about her. So I was like, okay, you can't dictate who needs to talk to the bombshell first. Whoever talks to him, he will eventually talk to every one of y'all anyway. So for you to try to dictate, nah, I ain't like that. So Trinity and Naya. Trinity said it's bad, things were better with Bryce. So they got a text. While they talking, they got a text. I got a text! Yes. So everybody had to gather the fire pit. So this when the guys realize there's a new guy bombshell. And then now they start putting two together while the ladies were so hot and bothered. It was so happy when they get out the council department because now they realized Corbin was the bombshell. So they met Corbin. He said, nice to meet y'all again. So when they said again, they said, oh, so that's what happened. So Corbin is 22. He's from Miami. I said, yo, a lot of these people are around the same area from Georgia, Cali, Florida, and everything. They around the same area. So they was pinpointing certain little states and everything. And we know Zach from England. But, a lot of them are from around the same state. from Miami. He's 6'4". He got tattoos. He has a great smile. He says he's straightforward and he's goal oriented. I said, okay. He said it was nice to meet them again, and he wants to talk to the ladies. So the ladies was all submitted. They was like, "Oh my gosh, oh Corbin's fine. Corbin's fine. He is my choice." Ooh. They were so smitten by Corbin. They was giddy as F right there. One showing them their titties, long laid back. They said, yes, that's my type. So they was doing that. And but out of that, they was giddy, but Melody was so giddy. She's like, yes. Now, mind you, now before Bay ever told her about the thing, because you know with that whole thing between Melody and Bay and that whole blow up, give me on 10. All right. So when they was happening and Corbin was sitting in the middle, Melody was like this a little bit, right? So when she was like that, I think Kenzie pushed her back and said, move back a little bit. I can't see him. And she's like, oh, my bad. Katrina said, why are you like, girl, you blocking us? You blocking us view and everything of him? And we're not. So she was aware that she was blocking him at first before Bay even said anything. So I want to act like, now, I don't think she did that on purpose, but yes, Kenzie and Trinity did make it a bit known to her that she was doing that. Like, push back, girl. Calm down. Right? So, and he wanted to talk to the lady. He said, oh, I'll let y'all, guys, you give a minute. I'm going to talk to the ladies. So the guys got up, and so guys felt slightly by the ladies because they ladies didn't tell them that they kissed the bombshell, and they kept the things all quiet to them. I said, that's what the game. That's part of the game. Y'all know a bombshell comes in. When the bombshell comes in, y'all kiss the bombshell. So they were told to be quiet about it. They told to be quiet, but they acted giddy. I said, hey, they should be happy. Just like when y'all happy when the female bombshells comes in. So I'm not mad for their reactions and being attracted to him at all. So he said, ladies, what you like about me? What do you mean what I like about you? Like, you try to get to know us. Tell us about yourself. Ain't no know what you like about you. Like, that's already starting off like that. And he said his longest relationship was a year and a half. And they said Corbin is their type. They said, you remember our names. So he went each down one by one to remember names. I said, of course he going to remember your names because he watched the show before he came here. So he had to know your names before he got there. Every bombshell that comes in the villa have seen what's happening up to this point. So they already know who they come to and everything. Now they do still ask who you couple up with, who is this, is that. But I say, I mean, sometimes I feel like that's a redundant question because I say, you know a little bit, you already know who they couple up with, but they just want to probably reiterate and see if people be honest about their connection, that what's happening, and whatnot, because they already seen what's happening. So they're going to go after the people they already attracted to anyway. So they ask for questions, who you coupled up with, how's it going, how your connection's going, and all that stuff. And then you close, you open, what's up? So far, everybody say they still open, but they act like y'all closed off. That's a problem. It's like, I don't understand. So he remembered their names, and they all impressed by him remembering all their names, right? So a lot of ladies feel like Kenzie should be the one first, but Kenzie will be next. So in the middle of their conversation, right? Mind you, remember I told you Kenzie already told Melody to push back a little bit, right? And then they told her to come back, and then she was happy again. So in the minute they talking, right? She said, "Can I put for your chat?" And got up, and Corbin went to chat with Melody, and they was like, "Oh my gosh." Now Bay face up everybody because she said they didn't like it. Now the ladies was talking, and they was kind of agreeing with Bay like how to feel like Kenzie should have been the first one dibs, But like I would understand why she will be first dibs, but I would say she's not required to be the first dibs. Well, I will understand it. But yes, if they did feel like it was kind of rude that Melody like interrupted them in the middle of their chat and wanted to put him privately for a chat. Now, mind you, she had a whole thing about Sincere putting Kato for a chat and not tell her. So I want to know what she would tell him when she get a chance for pulling Corbin for a chat. Now, mind you, she didn't. Because when she went to tell him, and we're going to get to that point, she's got to skip little parts of the freaking story when she told him what happened. She skipped parts of the story. Uh-huh. So she went, they had a little conversation upstairs and whatnot. Like I said, ladies were agreeing with Bea. And I guess Bea said she will talk to Melody when she comes back. So he said, what's the misconception about him? He said people feel like he's a little nonchalant at first, but he's not like that. And he's very transparent. And that's that. He said he has a sister who's 10 years older than him. He's very independent. And then he focused on what he wants. That's what he said. Hey, boo. What's going on? Hey, Ware. Queso Ware, how you doing? I'm here to talk about Love Island. And he focused on what he wants. So Sincere and Sean is talking. And he said he felt like his relationship was getting tested. He felt like Melody was giving him hell, but she's doing the same thing because, you know, while the midst of them, while the ladies were talking to Corbin on one side, the guys on the other side, they seeing what's happening. But they didn't know that Melody was the one that pulled Corbin for a chat. They thinking that they only see that Melody and Corbin got up. So they thinking that Corbin probably pulled her from the chat first. But now it's like, it's crazy that you was upset with me, but you doing the same thing when I'm doing, and I'm across from you. The only problem is that you be sneaky with it, and she still doing your face. But still, at the same time, will she be honest? But she the one that initiated pulling in the chat with Corbin first? Never see. So she's here thinking that Melody will jump ship because that's a type to a T. It can be. Can I tell y'all? Can I be honest? I wish some of y'all do jump ship and start changing up and start getting with other couples because I want to see how y'all gonna react and whatever and how it is because y'all two getting stuck to being safe with your current couples. It's like you're getting stagnant stale. I ain't seen nobody jump ship yet. Well, when that first thing when everybody jump ship, yes, no Bea and all that stuff like that, but Trinity is still together. Bea got Gabriel. And, you know, Kayla got Zach, but you know, it is what it is. But I'm talking about like really, hey CM Boo, what's up? I would love to hear your opinions about things because y'all know how I am. Like I don't give a damn what these people do here. I like the drama, I like to hear for it, but I just want people to stand on their ish. When they don't stand in it, that's what I have an issue with. I don't care what y'all do, just stand on it. So I'm just like, they're gonna jump ship. If she does jump ship, let's see how you act. Or if you jump ship, let's see. If y'all meant to be to come back together, it was meant to be back together. Oh, Caleb. Now, baby, Caleb was kissing down, y'all. I ain't gonna front. That little boy was kissing down. He was getting in with the girls. The only one he didn't go in hard was Bea. But everybody else, he was kissing hard. So I was like, oh, go right, Caleb. Go right, that Southern charm. You know how to Southern charm. Yes. But I do hope that Nia does step it up and start shaking things up too. And all the ladies and guys, like I think y'all need to start shaking up and start throwing a little connection. Because when y'all get too safe and too things, y'all act like y'all so locked in and then y'all get into your feelings of her. And I said, stop that. Oh, yes. Corbin is odd. He is a cornball. He is very a cornball. He's very odd. I'm something about him. He all sex. It's nothing else. And then we hear him talking. I said, you is whack. You only now I can tell you just only go by your looks and your tallness. That's all you have. And then you ain't that bad freaking looking. You not that bad looking either. But at the same time, it's all about your looks and using that to your advantage. So Melanie talked to Bea and I and Trinity, right? Because this access point, Kizzy with Corbin at this time, right? Bea talked to Melody and saying that it was very rude what you did to Kenzie. You did it before. She said, when? What I did. So Bea confronted Melody how she kind of handled this whole situation. That how it was very rude that you pulled from the chat and in the conversation, and then you pulled them first before Kizzy with the pull on, so like that, and you was blocking them. And Melody said, I'm sorry, I didn't know on purpose. Like that. But Bea kept going on about it. I said she did apologize and everything. Now, granted, Kizzy and Trinity did tell her that she needed to push back a little bit, and she did it again. But I don't think she did that maliciously. She just was too excited. She was really excited seeing the bombshell. And she did a woo. So, as I understand, Bea, I think Bea, your tone was a little off. Like you were trying to shun her and trying to act like you were some mother or something like that. And I said, that was coming off. Like, you need to correct your behavior. So I said, who is you, girl? You ain't my mother. I don't need to correct nothing. But at the same time, I was like, Melanie was being too overhyped and doing this. And yes, you apologized. So I want to take up the thing, but I don't know you get mad about Bea. If I remember, I said goodbye. Okay, I already apologized. I said what I had to say. It is what it is. I didn't mean nothing. I didn't know why. Now, like I said, the other ladies agreed with Bea about how Melody approached the thing, but at the same time, I don't think they agreed how Bea approached the situation. She came off as condescending and being authoritative towards Melody, and Melody cocked that. So she didn't like that. And I said, yeah, you should correct your behavior. Yes, Bea really did come off annoying because why are you still harping on Melody doing what she's supposed to? Exactly. Melody's supposed to, that's what I say, Melody's supposed to, I don't blame Melody for her actions. Maybe she could be a little bit more respectful in how she handled things, but I don't think she was wrong for it. But Bea, for you to come like force, like you so bothered and you try to dictate how she should do things, I said, no. You were doing too much. Your tone, especially y'all don't even know each other like that. So it was all in your delivery. It was all in your delivery. It's not what you say, it's your delivery, how you said it. And it was too much. So Melody was upset. So she got up. She said, nah. She getting up because you kept going on. She said, well, that's that. I said, she really apologized the first time. So you didn't hear it, or you kept going on about it. So, well, that's, I said, girl, you didn't want to hear it. So she walking away, she walking. Now, Katie was talking to Zach. Right? I said, the same girl you kind of shaded, now you want to have a conversation, ready to walk over this set. I need somebody to talk to. Can I talk to you? Katie said, no. And then Naya, as you know, Naya is always the person who wants to console people, which I feel like I think people need to, she needs to step up. And I think people need to check on her as she checking on everybody else. Because she have opinions and feelings about things, and she not sharing it because I guess nobody want to hear it. And I said, no, girl, your feelings are just as valid. So I think you need to be selfish a little bit. So she coming at and Melly was like, give me 10. Give me 10. Give me motherfucking 10. Give me 10. Give me 10, y'all. Give me 10. And I was like, yes, give me 10. Give me 10, y'all. It's like that. That became a meme now. She had 2 moments that was like really become iconic from Love Island. This and the give me 10 thing. I said, go ahead, Melody, you better make your mark. So then, you know, the couple that's coming up soon. So that's what happened. Give her 10, give her 10. She was upset and whatnot. Anaya and Melody. So Melody was crying, and she said she was so mad that Cecilia. She was so mad about how Bea approached her. Like she said, I didn't mean to. I don't know how she came across at me and making it seem I was freaking wrong. I apologize why she was coming at me like that. And I had to console her. Now, Sincere said he was not gonna check up on her right away because he was in his feelings about what he saw. So Trinity and Beatrice. And Trinity was like telling Beatrice, "Say, I understand what you're saying, but maybe you came across as the way you is, and maybe your tone was too much, and it's not especially you didn't know her like that. Your tone was saying too much." So I was like, "Hey, Trinity, you better clock Bea." So now Bea trying to understand. It's like, oh, maybe because I did come off too strong. But I say yes, you had to have a conversation with Melody, and you and her need to hash it out because how you came across was too much. All right. So Sean told Bryce he will pull Trinity. And he asked for permission. He asked like he will pull up this like that. Bryce says no hard feelings. I said, Sean, you should have been doing this. Like when you told us that Trinity and Nia was your top two, and you barely even step it up to even try to connect with them and make a connection. And I said, that's messed up and that's crazy because I like Sean. Like he seemed like he's very mature. Even despite what he's got going on at home. It's like at the end of the day, he was still a nice guy. But at the same time, like you hurting your own game by and first of all, and then all that kissing with Kinsey. I don't know what the hell you're doing all that for. If you're not feeling Kinsey like that, and Kinsey, I guess Kinsey is just going whatever, do whatever, because that girl is so freaking confused. And say, yes, that probably is true. Because I think I saw a clip that he may have still connected and did it, and they didn't want to show it. So they tried to make us seem like Sean wasn't doing what he's supposed to be doing, and Sean wasn't connecting with the girls. And I feel like if he did, they didn't want to show us to feed us and make it seem like he wasn't doing nothing. And that's true, because production does have a hand. Because I thought I saw a clip that Sean did pull a Nia. And we saw he pulled Trinity at the last minute, but Trinity still want to secure her link, and the Nia will secure her. So at this point, it wasn't enough for him to do much to turn. I mean, I could apply more pressure, but I don't know. A lot of these people in this cast so far is trying to be safe and not trying to step over and step out. And what I say, you need to shake that up, because now y'all getting too complacent, and it's becoming boring. And I said, no, y'all getting too complacent. So you're right. They probably did. He probably did came to them, but they cut it out. They cut a lot of shit out. But as what we seen that he wasn't stepping up. So we said, damn, Sean, you should have did some more. And maybe you would have got saved, because I didn't want Sean to go. I like him. Fine, he's cute and everything. And I can't have no child, nothing. I like him. But whatever, no hard feelings. So Kinsey and Corbin. So she wanted to go to the country concert. He never been to concert like what he said. He said his type is her. She like the blondes. And what is because she a blonde type or how she is? The way Corbin is, how corny he is, he was sexual. He wants somebody who's easy. He don't want somebody that would give him a hard time. Like Kata is. That's why I love Kata. Kata was not buying what he's doing. He tried to put fun. Because he said, I see that lame ass. So he said he loves her eyes. He asked for a kiss. And that's normal fashion Kinsey kiss. I said, Kinsey girl, can you not be so that vulnerable? But I know she's thinking of vulnerable. But I said, damn girl, can you calm down? Like, let him chase you a little bit. You getting too available. So she said so far, he's the only one that's been telling her on. I said, no lie. Because you could have told us last time that Gabriel was full of your water gates too, girl. You got the little tingling in your spirit down there from Gabriel's. Well, now you saying Corbin's the only one that turned you on, girl? No. You get turned on by somebody. You get turned on by the slightest thing. I said, Kizzy, calm down. Melanie and Cecilia. So she said she needed a friend. And I know he was bothered by that because he said, I'm not your a friend. Yes, you need a bit of friendship, but I said I'm on your man. And you tell her things about like a friend, they like how you so into the core, man, and how this is that. And it was like you trying to explore the connection. Like, guys don't want to hear that. But when she told the story halfway. She didn't tell it fully. She called it the middle part. That how she cut the thing, chat over. It's like, Kinsey get celebrate before the show. Like she was getting, because the way how she acted like she had never got anything before. I said, good. Because she is doing the most. And she told the half truth. She said Corbin her type. She will explore him and everything, which is fine. You could still explore Corbin. It's no big deal. And whatnot. But she didn't specifically tell him that she put it from the chat and all the extra stuff and things like that. So she didn't put no more. She didn't tell him everything. I said, you had to give him a whole spiel about him not being truthful and upfront and you not being truthful upfront. Even though you did talk to him and he see that you and him, Corbin was chatting, he didn't know that you pulled him for, well, whatever. It is what it is. But you could have been honest too, girl. Don't have to lie. You didn't have to lie, girl. You didn't have to lie. Just like Cecilia didn't have to lie. I don't know why you're lying. Like, what the hell? What is going on? Y'all scared of each other? Like, I don't understand you just out of this is going to lie. I'm not married to you. Y'all know what we signed up for. So, Kata Corbin, she likes food. I know, that's why I like food too, girl. And she said she open. But, so, meanwhile, mind you, he was just kissing Kinsey, right? And then he wanted to come and kiss Kata. And Kata said no, not right now. And then he kept asking for like 3 or 4 or 5 times, asking for a kiss. I said, don't beg. It's not cute for you to begging. I don't like that begging. Why are you begging? Can I get a kiss? Can I get a kiss? I don't be reminded. I need to be reminded of the kiss. I forgot the kiss. Boy, you just kissed not too long ago. So I think you don't remember the kisses. And she said, no, I would like to get to know you a little bit more. And I said, that's why, Kata. That's why, Kata. And that's his why I feel like he picked Kinsey in the recoupling. Because I think he likes Kata more. And he was more attracted to Kata. But the fact that Kata was not given the time of day and Kinsey was so open and available, he go after the person who's open and available more. Then he had to work for it. And she wanted more conversation with her. I said, go ahead, Kata. Go ahead, girl. So Trinity and Corbin. So this was about she said she had a brother and sister. And then she said she's the youngest. She had to be spoiled. She would like to have a family, and she want that fairy tale white picket fence kind of fantasy and whatnot. And she want to be happy, and stress free. I know that's right, girl. Cause don't we all? Anaya Corbin talk about physical attributes, personality, extrovert, holds his own. And you know, the conversation he had with Trinity and Naya was kind of different than the conversation he had with Trinity, Kinsey and Kata. He was more trying to be more physical and upfront and everything and being attracted sexually and with Kinsey and Kata. But when it comes to the Naya and Trinity, he wasn't doing that much. So I said, Not saying that they should be giving them up and doing things with them, but I said, no, give all the girls to seek equal opportunity. You want to do that for some girls? He said he had 2 relationships. He's a lover boy. Get to know him. Get to know them more. And he said he just graduated. Or she said she graduated. Whatever. The conversation, whatever. I put graduated, somebody graduated. Showing the Trinity. So it was thought it was funny. She said, what was thought funny? I guess the challenge they had, they thought it was funny. But she wanted to explore him, but he would think about Kinsey, and that's what it is. The problem is, even though, yeah, he probably did have exploring them, Trinity and Naya or something like that, and you probably see it. The issue was that you want to explore people, and they was interested in exploring, but they were looking to see how you interact with Kinsey. Every morning you making her breakfast. Well, I understand that you want to be nice to her and you didn't want her to feel left out, but then you making her breakfast and then you all kissing up all over her, and then every time you're on the bed you kissing up her. I still say, what is the connection? Like they've seen that maybe you and Kinsey got something going on, and so they want to step on anybody's toes, even though they might be open to connecting with you. So I was like, what is it? Or you is trying to be attracted to Kinsey? Or you do like her like that? Because I didn't think he really liked Kinsey like that. And remember, he did say he didn't like how Kizzy handled that whole Zach situation, and he kept going on about that. He kind of turned off. But then you up here kissing on every freaking left and right. So it make everybody thinking that y'all got something going on. And I said, don't do that. If that's not what it is, stop that. And that's what another issue that I had with Sean. I said, you can't. What is this thing you got going on with Kenzie? This kissing, this a kissing? Cut it out. So Bay asked Melody for a chat. Like she wanted to tell Melody we're gonna have a chat later. All right, so Nia and Kenzie, and she got many options. She wanted to talk to Gabriel, but she said she likes Corbin. But she said Sean listened to her. I forgot what she said about Sean. I think she said Sean Swine listens to her. Maybe I wrote the name wrong. And they had a meditation class. I said, go ahead, meditate. That was a cute little class. Like, what's this? So I guess Sean was asking for advice on how he should handle things and everything. He said he would do off about Kenzie and how she handles that. But they would say, listen, if you want something, go for it. Don't stay here waiting because you try to be overspecial. No, you got to go for it and let them be known so they understand it and so they can give you a chance. Because if you don't do it, you're going to be late, too late. Too late. So Kenzie and Corbin, because I think at this time, I guess she found out that after she kissed him, he would try to get a kiss with Kata. And now, at first, she was like, oh, I don't like them, or something good. But now she's like, he's F-boy. I said, girl, you didn't think he was an F-boy anyway. So, girl, stop it. Now the girls told you, now you act like he's an F-boy. I said, trying to move too fast. It said the connection they have. She did say it didn't the connection I have with you, but it did bring her to perspective. I said, you just saying anything, saying it. Girl, you need that about it. So he said what he did kind of brought her closer connection with Sean, or what that is, and they just had to be open and honest with each other. And I said, even you, I said, because throughout this whole episode, she kept saying Sean was her number two. She don't even know who she gonna pick if she had to pick anything, because Sean top, then Corbin, and then maybe Gabriel. But she just don't know. But she always kept putting Sean to the top. Right? That's what it was. So Melody and Beatrice talk, and Bea realized that she probably came across that her delivery was too much. She stayed by what she said, but then she said her delivery was too much and everything, and I guess they kind of hashed it out with there. But then it went from that into how Beatrice always felt like she had to be hard, she had to be all tough, she had to be more masculine because she always had to be like that. And maybe because of disability and things like that, she had to grow tough skin. And she always had to be the hard, tough, masculine woman. And she had never really get a chance to show her feminine side. And she kind of downplayed and said, oh, I'm so masculine and this. And then Melody was trying to console her and said, no, you give this, you can connect with the guys, you can play sports with the guys, and this, that, and I want to be like you and everything. So they had this little conversation. And kind of we had back and forth, but and made her it told her to be more emotional and not to be tough and not be emotions that much. So they made up and they're all good. But at least keep your eye on each other. Don't be too comfortable. So Beatrice and Gabriel kissing, get goosebumps, and she would have a chat with Kenzie. She had a chat with Kenzie. And that was that. So seeing Anaya, he's still bothered about what's happening. He don't like to be tested. And when I say, yeah, I don't think y'all should be testing each other anyway. I said, you should never be testing your partner. I mean, you got to put a test. That partner's going to always fail anyway because you go expect them to act a certain way and they'll act the way how you want them to act. act, then you gonna feel like you you gonna be disappointed. So I don't believe that testing your partner. So she said she was telling him that she might be too scared and everything, and he advised her to talk to Melanie and y'all come to agreement and come to one on one and be on the same page again. So Corbin and Melanie, he realized he messed up with the kiss. He messed up by kissing Kenzie, and then because he tried to say he messed it up, that he know what he's doing. He know that kissing Kenzie set the precedence that what is it, and that other girls gonna feel type of way about it. And I said, listen, you can do whatever you want, but stand on it. And now you want to do all that. And then he tried to kiss Kata afterwards. So it was like he realized that he is showing F boy behavior, and that's not cool. So now Lay's like, Corbin, you just lost points for that. So Cecilia and Melanie. So let's be open and honest with each other. She didn't like how he expressed himself. He wanted to be Uncle Swan well. He expressed how he didn't like how she handled the situation, and he didn't like that how she referred him to the as a friend and whatnot instead of as a partner that she's getting with, because he's like you tell him all these different things and everything. Now you put him in the friend box category and whatnot. Um, she would say, you know what, don't baby me. I need you not to baby me and whatnot and be straightforward. She apologized for whatever thing. And he said, you know what, tell me what I should do to step it up to make the connection stronger. Now, she didn't answer his question. She just said, give me a kiss. And normal fashion, they kissed. And I said, no, I would like to list the things that he needs to work on to make the connection better. He's asking. But she didn't want to answer, so she asked a kiss and it kept going. Casey and Naya. He kept a compliment of her at first because I said, I don't know. Because I don't think that she was like a person that didn't glorify or like who she is. I know she said at some point that she doubt herself, but at point most of the time she said she always appreciate or embrace being black, being woman, being beautiful, being dark skinned, all that stuff like that. And he said he embraced her, he loves her more, and he made her feel comfortable. He kept getting a lot of compliments, and that's what she like. Like she liked the compliment and appreciate that he gives her compliments. He said love everything about her, and I said okay. All right, Casey, we'll see how that goes. So Corbin and Kata, she want to keep talking to him. He loves her eyes, and she says she wants a relationship out of experience. She come here, yeah, she came here as a bombshell, but at the end of the day, she wants experience a relationship to come out of this. Even if she don't win, she just wants something to come out of it. Kinsey and Gabriel. So she said Gabriel said she surprised him a lot, and the chemistry kiss was really good. She said Gabriel is wild. And also, I think he be wild in bed. She said he's wild and even in bed. I said, girl, you didn't have sex with him in bed yet. So how you know he's wild in bed? The only you going by is because he's Brazilian. Now, how Bayer and freaking Gabriel's kissing down and freaking Mike in the bedroom. I said, listen, Dad, you might be the first one giving it up. I mean, I would think Kenzie might be one, but I said, no, girl, you might be the first one. Because, Gabriel's like that frisky. He like that sexual attention. So you better calm down, boy. But then he said, I said, girl, you just horned off. So Trinity and Bryce. So he felt closer to her every day. He said guys used to bully him when he was younger because of the way how he looked. And it's not because he was a bad looker. He was cute back then. So, girls would liking him and compliment his cute and would get well. They said, oh, you're so cute. But so guys was bullying him because he was cute and he was getting attention. And that's what it was. But Trinity says growing up, she didn't feel always beautiful. She would feel like she was ugly a little bit. So, but she, as more and more conversations she has, she really lives like a Bryce. And I was like, hey, do we got a new girl? I know people feel like Trinity should be someone else. I said, to someone else coming along that will take her away, that will make her turn a different way, then Bryce, then we'll see how that goes. But so far, nobody came in yet. So right now, she gonna continue her connection with Bryce. So they got a text. They got a text. So tonight is a recoupling. The girls would choose because it was more guys than girls at this time. So when it's usually more one another, the girls would choose. Next time, the guy would choose. Right? And the person who's not picked will be single and vulnerable, the guy. Right? So Kenzie said she had the ranking choice. Sean first, Corbin's next, and then Gabriel last. So Corbin got a secret text. It said that since he's a newborn and everything, he will get to choose first, and then the ladies will pick after he picked the pick who he wanted to be coupled up with. But he cannot tell anyone that he got the secret text. So they keep that hush hush. So Kenzie, Casey, and Cecilia was talking. And she said, because she got connected with 3 guys that she don't even know who she would have picked. Then Ariana came in. I said, go ahead, Henri, girl. Come down, come through. And then a fire pit. So Corbin had to pick first. They always like, oh, wow. So they always stay there and see who he going to pick, who he going to pick. And he picked Kenzie. I said, oh, there's no surprise there. There's no surprise there. Like I said, he only picked Kenzie because Kenzie was the easy choice. She kissed him. She opened. She seems like she's ready. But if Kata would have gave him the same energy or something like that, I'm pretty sure he probably would have picked Kata. Pretty sure he would pick Kata. But he picked Kenzie. So that was that. Because I said if he didn't pick Kenzie, I would say what Kenzie would have picked. But then she said she would have picked Corbin anyway at the end of it. I said, girl, stop playing. Stop playing. Don't play with us like that. Kenzie, you was whack. Because you saying all this. They always say, oh, Sean's your top, this, that. You started liking him, close to him, and all stuff. And then you would still have picked Corbin. Girl, you just say anything to say, they, whatever. So Corbin picked Kenzie. Then we got Naya picked KC. Melanie picked Sincere. Kata picked Zach. Beatrice picked Gabriel. And then Trinity picked Bryce. And then Sean was dumped for Novella. At first, they would say, all right. And then when she said dumped for Novella, everybody was like, oh no. I said, what you ain't watched the show before? Y'all know somebody was going home. So what happened? Why are y'all so shocked? They shocked like they never seen it before. They didn't even know that was going to happen. Now, granted, they did text him they're going to be single and vulnerable. They thought that he was still going to be there for a while. But no, and I said, no, at some point, somebody's going to get them going home. They're mad shocked. And don't y'all, it was me, but that, everybody, a lot of people was show emotion. But that KC dude, he was mostly laughing throughout that whole scene. He would try to pretend that he was trying to cry or he saw her. He was like, and laughing. I said, boy. Now, I don't think you laughing that Sean go home. But why are you smirking and laughing throughout that whole scene? Oh, you was uncomfortable? I said, your choice is coming. So don't get comfortable because you got Nia picking you over and over. You got that safe choice. And I don't forget, you was a pick at the beginning. Nobody want to build behind your door. Now this time to finally she really pick you because it's about a better feeling. But for you to laugh throughout the whole thing, I was looking at him. I said, why are you laughing so much? Maybe it was just me because I was looking at it so much. Because I said, looking at him, he was not pretending that he was crying, but he wasn't sad at all. So people gonna miss Sean because he was the knight of the villa. People like talking to him. He was great. He was a nice guy and whatnot. So they all feel bad about him. But Kissy said she felt bad and she wasn't ready for him to leave, but she still wants to explore Sean. But she would have picked Corbin anyway. I said, "Girl, no, you wouldn't." And if it was so, why you doing all that? Girl, you was not freaking. That's what I say. Kenzie is whack. She was whack to me. I said, girl, stop it. So, we know the next day, new 3 bar shows going to be coming in the villa. Soul, Jean, and Caleb. I said, oh, so we're going to have another blonde to give Kenzie one for money because she was the only blonde in the villa. And she act like nobody should have said no to her. And how dare you not be attracted to me or whatnot. Give us that all the blues. Now we have another freaking blonde that's in this villa to give you a competition, girl. Now let me know the blondes, y'all. Don't bring too many blondes. Y'all was doing a good job with this diversity day, but don't keep bringing more blondes here. Now we got the blonde woman, and then we got Kate, who's someone a blonde. Southern charm, dude, and then we have Jean. Right, so that's going on. So that after that will be 7 girls and 6 guys, and then the next time the guys would choose. So here go episode 6. It was nice on Diversity Island. Yes, it was. We had that night diversity, and then it was like, before it was always the blondes and blondes and blondes and blondes and blondes. Now, if kids want to go UK, she would be good because they love the blondes over there. They barely give Angelista any chance today. Only one that dusty ass Opie, and he was whack, ugly. Need to be somebody else. Now, hopefully, I saw a clip that somebody else gonna pick her and better looking than Opie because I said, come on, y'all. And then the other guys is whack. I love how old dude was like, nah, not Kenzie. Yeah, like it's like, no, girl. Yeah, because they would say, oh, because everybody was like, oh my gosh, that guy for Kenzie, he probably really like you, girl. That's how you know he like a Kenzie. He probably like somebody, he probably like a Naya. He probably like a Trinity. He probably like his chocolates. Just because he blonde, he had to like a blonde now. So Corbin and Kenzie, right, was talking. She decided to be a couple with him, and he played basketball, football. He never dated anyone younger than she. Never dated anyone younger than her. She always dated someone older than her. So Corbin's the first guy she dated younger than her. So I said, oh, if he's like 24, no, he's 22, and she's like 24, or something like that. I said, okay, yeah, that older girl. So Bryce and Trinity, they are stoked, but they were sad to see Sean to leave. He was very understanding. He likes, and she also liked that he's not a tit for tat kind of guy. He's he's grounded, and he's not that person. I get back, I get you back like you did me. So she likes that. I said, all right, good. So Melanie and Cecilia, they're happy they stayed together. They're happy they went through the test of times for now. For now. And they hold up, had a good time. Okay, cool. Casey and Anaya. So he said it got to be somewhat crazy for him to turn his head because she said, I don't know how you gonna feel, how you in this process. If somebody come in to turn, he said it got to be somebody who be crazy for him to turn his head. It got to be a deeper level. Why y'all have these conversations like y'all locked in? It's no need to have somebody that crazy to turn your head. If somebody's attracted, you will turn your head. And they had good conversation. Now, granted, conversation does happen, and conversation doesn't need a deeper level. It should not be surface. But you could turn your head if you got somebody who might be attracted to it. You might be like, I say, it's all Naya for now. But what if you get somebody else that you as your type as well? That's not a Naya. Exactly, to lock her down. Exactly, so she won't have no more options. And I said, y'all need to stop that. Y'all all acting like y'all are locking down so quickly so nobody can explore anything. And that's what's hurting y'all right now. Y'all getting too comfortable, too safe. And that's one of the issues I have right now. I said, y'all, something to shake it up. I know last night it was a voting to see who the bombshell will be coupled up with. So hope they shake it up and give us some new couples. And let's see how the villains act. Because y'all act like y'all closed off and we didn't even get close to the casting yet. So can we explore a little more and shake things up? And then if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Because I do want to see Nia getting her main character energy and step things up and not be there for everybody else. And let her be still a bit more selfish. And give my some money for her. Now this Caleb is like a Nia. Let's see how it is going. Because I gotta see that last episode. I didn't see the last episode, but I would like to see it. Because if he is, it's her. Let's see how that goes. And let's see how Casey act. But y'all doing too much. You need to shake it up. There's a boy by. You know you will turn your head if you got somebody attracted to. So Kata and Zach. They were kissing, and I think Zach like might touch his curls. He's like, don't touch it, girl. This guy stays tapped. Gotta taste tap, girl. So she would have cried. She said she would have cried if Corbin would have picked her. Zach is too odd for me too. I know. I don't know. It's about Zach is mysterious because you know Zach and Bryce got this bromance going on, which I said is fine, is what it is. But got this bromance going on with each other, and he got that weird, like he got that nerd energy, that weird nerd energy. Zach gets fed. Ooh. Mm-mm. Oh, that's right. He got that weird nerdy energy. And I said, don't see so bad. But I didn't see. Let's see if Stace comes, of course, and he finds somebody else, or Kata finds somebody else. Let's see how he act and how he move. Because right now it's only by Kata right now, and he ain't even exploring anybody else. So I said, what's going on? But Bryce. Let me stop that, y'all. Let me stop that, y'all. Let me stop. But I was like, listen, they good friends. They come good friends from there. It's good become good friends from that. You know, it's all fun and jokes. But she said she's safe. She feels safe with Zach. She feels comfortable with him. He make her feel confident, safe, and comfortable with him and whatnot. And I said, okay, let's see. Now Beatrice and Gabriel. He said his feelings is from his heart, especially when he's speaking his like language and everything. He said not because what I'm not saying in my not non-native language, Portuguese. That's his native language. That he don't feel it, but he likes her the way she is and whatnot. She wants him to be a gentleman, and they have more deep conversations. I said, yes, I do, because y'all kissing all the damn time. Where is the conversations? So he said he had dated a woman that was 3 years older than him, 20 years older. Oh, no, she said she dated someone who was 20 years older than her. And he dated someone who was 18 years older than him. She said she don't want to lose herself for the connection. I said, girl, you better find yourself. Yes, because I think she feel like she got this uneasy aura that he might step away from her and make explore someone else. Because she put her all eggs in one basket, which is Gabriel. And she ain't trying nobody else. So I was like, yes. So you need to start stepping up and start doing you girl too. Because if you all hanging on the balance with Gabriel, then what's up with this? Stop it. Stop that. Step your girl. P game up too. Wow. And Naya is rooting for Melody and Cecilia. I root for y'all. I root for you. I root for y'all two together. Yes. But at the same time, y'all want to stay stuck? Like, come on, y'all. This is in the first week. Y'all ain't. It's not like act like we have after Casa. Then we can have this conversation. But this is before Casa. Now, no, you can look for them, but let them explore and do things to see how it goes. Because I think y'all two attached together. Right? It's a lot that she chose him and reassurance. That's what Sincere said, and how he feels. Anaya said she usually overthinks that. She usually overthinks, but Casey make her feel good. And I said, okay, cool. So Kata and Zach, they had to talk about future talk, nothing from there. So Kinsey and Bayer and Trinity. So Beatrice feel like she's feeling like Gabriel's waiting for someone better. So she feeling unease about with Gabriel, like he could turn. Casey said she turned up on Coleman, of course. You always gonna be turned on by him, girl. You too easy. Um, but she did send a confessionals, which I understand. I said, Kenzie, you right for once. That a lot of ladies is putting all their eggs in one basket and they should be exploring and they can't get too comfortable. And I agree. Y'all are getting way too comfortable on both sides. Not the ladies, the guys too. And then y'all getting upset with each other when y'all doing things what y'all supposed to be doing on Love Island. Let's explore. I was like, you think we gonna take a hammer on y'all? Now I know a lot of fans is getting in their annoyance, and fans are getting too attached and too invested that people say, "Oh, why he did this? This is that." It's like that. The only issue I have, like I go keep saying, it's not what they are doing, what they saying. It's their approach. Is that I don't care what they say or do. I just want y'all to be staying on your ish and be honest. Don't be lying about what y'all doing. Because at the end of the day, if you're lying, you're making it worse. And then I say, if the person's continue to lie to you, so why would you want to be with that person? Everybody else and get annoying. Exactly. Why would you be with that person if you feel like they're gonna be lying to you? I don't do that. I don't like that. That's the only issue I have. So I don't care. Casey was so excited that he said he was blessed. Anaya said, don't get no mad. Girl, don't get mad. It is what it is. Because when y'all had your little private conversation kissing with Corbin, the last guys feel some way with that, but they didn't get too upset. But now the guy's getting bothered by the girls, Caleb coming in kissing them down when y'all just had two good bombshell kissing y'all down. Like Casey had the most red on him. And I was bothered by that. I said, girl, don't get upset, girl. Don't get upset. Don't get upset. But we'll get to that challenge in a minute. Because I have this to say about that. Don't get upset. Now y'all should get upset. Do y'all. Yes, understand y'all young, y'all got feelings gonna be involved. But do y'all, this is a point in the game. If you didn't like it, this should not be on the show. But listen, don't get upset. Play the game. So if he feel blessed, you feel blessed. I said I want to get to explore Kayla. Because I like the kiss. I like the kiss. I go explore him. So let's see. And move on. Like I said, I want Nia to step it up, girl. Nia, step it up. Don't be too invested with this KC. Because he might break your heart. And everybody going to start windmilling. And I said, girl. So I agree with Kenzie when she said that. Now, Bryson and Trinity, she was doing his nails. That's what I gotta need to give me a nail cut. Because I always gotta wait till the nail salon. I gotta do things myself. Like, so she was doing his nails and she's asking him what kind of color she likes. He said something close to pink. She said, nah, more bitch. I'm pastel pink. I like pastel pink. Get it right. So next time I ask you a question, you will know the answer. Like pastel pink. Like, she said, when the last time you took your ex on a date? He said he took an ex to DR. I said, nah, ooh, that's not a vacation. You got money like that? Come Come on, Bryce, take me a Dior. Take me a Dior, Bryce. Come on, I'm ready. Just say the word. That's a date. Yes, you could confuse that date with a vacation. I'll give me a vacation, girl. I'll give you a little. Yes, you're nice to step it up. So beautiful and so insecure. Yes, and she going by with Casey. And you know, he said, you the epitome. What he said that speech? He said that. He said, you're a definition. What speech he gave that? He gave a speech that when he's your definition of a black woman. If I think about black woman, I think about you and all that stuff. He said all that, and everybody said, "Oh, he gave that nice speech," and then he said he was blessed. And yes, he said it, and he can say that. Well, oh, she the blueprint. Yes. He can still feel that way and still say he feel blessed, but whatever. And like I said, I'm not mad at that. But hey, stand tall in your little chocolates because you're a beautiful woman. Yes, his words is nice, but you feel it in your spirit, feel it in your core. That go for all the ladies. You don't need no man to tell you that. Because you're the prize. That's right. Casey Anaya. He said he only had one real girlfriend for like 2 years. He's self-driven. He like a self-driven woman, independent woman. He had she had 2 relationships. One was on and off, and the other one was a couple of months. She asked him, "Will you move like to Atlanta?" Because he's like, I think he California right now. He said, "Will you move if you had a chance?" He said he never really take a leap of faith to move. He always kept the safe havens, like be around. Casey interested. He is. He's something. Yeah, he is something else. He is something because it's like I'm still trying to figure him out. Like, is he? I do feel like he could be very authentic, but I feel like he's trying too hard. Like he presented, like he tries to present this one type of person, and he's probably not that type of person. And I'm trying to figure it out because, like, him laughing with the Sean going home, this and that. I said, are you saying things to the right things because you feel the day you feel it, or you saying it because you know this is the game, and your real self hasn't show up yet, and you but hiding, or this could be him. So it's something about him. As I'm trying to figure it out, we're gonna see how this goes. Because I do believe he's a nice guy, but I do feel like he putting up more than he is, and I think he showed up a little bit up front, a little bit. But I could be wrong. That could be totally him. But we'll see. Kizzy and Corbin. So they talking, right? See, we here. Kizzy told me, they said, right? Oh, your wrestling going. Night, boo. Thanks for coming through. Almost done. Almost done. They say, get to know each other. Right? So they said, get to know each other. Then he said, oh, you know what? I to be blindfolded and I to get to know each other sexually. I like a little kinky stuff. I got a lot of fantasies. So you haven't done 69? Well, I never done 69. You never done a 69? I said, his told ass never done 69. Oh, he probably one of those. Think that he full of himself that you can get him there. He didn't want to go down and eat the box. Mm-hmm. So you one of those? Give you the head, then you want to stick it, head and stick it, and don't want to give it a head? Let me find out. And if you do, why you have done the 69? But whatever. Each his own. But they say he did all that. I said, how you try to get to know whether it's about sexual things? That's what I say. Everything is sexual. I said, Kenzie, girl, you know what he about. Don't try and give it up, girl. Don't be like hand up. I said, Hannah, what you did that for? Casey is sincere. They said left outside the villa. They talk about life outside the villa. Yes. Yes, right? So Hannah did that. Pepe hit from the back and she was like, I said, girl, what was that? You should better get it some lube, some little trigger somewhere. So they got a text. They got a text. Yes. So they could get undressed and get ready for the slumber party. They had to get up. So everybody dressed all white boxes and lingerie. So Ariana arrived, and they had a big ass bed, and then they get to know your partner. So what it is, the guys gonna be locked on the headboard, right? And the girls will be blindfolded. And what is it? They each have their own pouch of color paint. And what you got to do, you got to touch, go around and not use your sight and touch chemistry and instincts to find out who your man is. And when you think you found your man, you put a lock on it, the handcuff, and you lock yourself with the handcuff with the guy. But the girls can't peek, the guys cannot talk, they cannot give the girls hints, and they cannot help through this process. So Trinity comes first, and I get everybody paint, but she kissed a couple people. She kissed Gabriel, she kissed KC, she kissed Zach, and I think she kissed Bryce, but she figured out who Bryce is. Now, mind you, all the ladies picked their guys. I said, that's good. That's what's like, you got to figure it out. Because I said, around you kissing your guys all the damn time, you should know how to freaking what they look like, fill them up, see how their muscles are, their legs are, and all stuff like that. And maybe the kissing and whatnot. It's all the texture. So she handcuffed her Bryce. Now Melody was second, right? And Melody had green. I got that color. And she kissed like Casey, Zach, Trinity, Sincere, and Corbin. And while she was going around kissing Corbin, she was kissing Corbin, kissing Zach, Sincere, kissing Corbin, kissing Sincere, kissing Corbin, kissing Sincere. I figured like she really knew who Sincere was, and she really knew Sincere, but she wanted to continue to kiss back and forth. And then she finally, because Sincere was like, girl. Even they can't say nothing, but you can tell he was balded. Because I was saying, girl, why you keep going back and forth like that? You know Sincere was right there. And Sincere has the hair, so it's easy you can touch. So I think she was doing that on purpose. To get her kiss in. And then she handcuffed Sincere. Now when Kinsey was coming, Kinsey had blue and she had Gabriel. So I think she kissed Gabriel first, and then a loop bombshell Soul came in. And she 24, she California, she stands out. She like a challenge. And she was a beautiful woman. Beautiful, like the Lord picks the haircut she has. Beautiful. I said, go ahead, go so. And she had a red paint. Yeah, she knew. Because when she was at Zach, she said, oh, not my man. Yes, she knew. She knew. Every man feels different. Their texture, their body feel different, their legs, all that stuff. Because I would have been feeling all over. I would feel all over. I said, yeah, I got to find my man. Because I said, I don't know. And then when you kiss it, you could tell the kiss. Because when you kiss your man a lot, you could probably tell by their kiss and whatnot. So she came in. Soul came in. She was kissing down. She kissed Corbin. She kissed Gabriel. She kissed everyone. But she kissed Corbin first, Gabriel second, KC, then Zach, then Bryce and Sincere. She said her best kiss was Corbin, KC, and Sincere. So I said, okay. She did that. And then Beatrice came. And then Beatrice, she kissed KC. Then she kissed Gabriel. and she handcuffed Gabriel. Now, Kenzie, she handcuffed Corbin, so she's fine now. She handcuffed Corbin, everything. Kata came, and I didn't really get to see much of Kata. I know she handcuffed Zach. She figured out her man. She handcuffed Zach because Zach got the curls, and I don't think he liked to get his hair touched. But I think she figured that somewhere. Everything, and the bombshell Jen came. I said, oh, "Here go blonde." Jen, 23, Florida, tall, blonde, big boobs, green eyes. She said all surface level stuff. Nothing else about her. She also had red. She kissed Casey, Corbin, Bryce, Gabriel, Zach, and the Sincere. She didn't say who she liked, but she kissed them in that order. And then Anaya came. Anaya did kiss nobody. She went down the line. She touched this guy. She said, oh, that's not my man. That's not my man. That's not my man. That's not my man. And she really knew who Casey was. I said, oh, girl, you must got that power. But that since somebody know who Casey is. And she Casey, and she does on. So I think she felt that way because she's like, in her mind, she didn't kiss nobody else but was kiss Casey. But Casey had a lot of red on him, and she was bothered by that. And he got kissed by both the bombshells. And then, he got kissed by other people as well. But, people say, oh, she's, I said, well, she was, okay. He saw that, yes, because they get to see. And the girls couldn't see. But that's the matter. It still doesn't take away what I said earlier. Right? So when the two girls' bombshells came in, the girls get to see the bombshells, Bryce said that he knew blonde Jen. So I said, oh, he knew Jen? Oh, okay. I want to figure out how he knew her and where from, right? And then, so when they said bombshell and everything, how he feel, Casey said he feel blessed, and Nia was not feeling it. I don't know what he said that for, because everybody's women up the storm against that Casey for him saying that, and for I said I don't feel no type of way. Yes, I said it. Beat me, hate me, what you want to do. I don't feel no way about it. But at the end of the day, this is Love Island. It is what it is. They're going to be excited by kissing bombshells, just like y'all was excited by kissing Corbin. Y'all ain't tell the guys. And y'all was all lustful. Oh, my God, he's fine. He's fine. He's my type. Let me fix my hair. Bring the beat back. I ain't ready yet. Let me fix my hair, y'all. I think I'm ready. To lock him in the house way too long. It's time to get it. And once again, he's out doing wrong. It was good. They about to talk about that frequent dress for Corbin. And then you get mad because he say he feel blessed. Yeah, let him feel blessed. And they say how he moves. Don't get no mad, girl. Do you. You can find somebody to come in, and then you feel blessed when you find somebody that you like. And they see how he feels. Right? So Caleb came. Now, mind you, Caleb, this is Melanie was doing the most. Now, everybody was saying, oh, she was excited for Casey. No, she was not excited for Kenzie. She was jumping up and down way before she was seeing the guy. I want to say she was saying it and seeing it, and then she said, oh, my God, Kenzie, this is you. Kenzie, this is you. No, she was jumping up and down. Yeah. Now, I wish they would have blindfolded the guys. They would say, guys, get blindfolded. And let the bombshell comes in and let the bombshell kiss the girls. And y'all not seeing them. But whatever. I said, oh, ladies, I forgot something. Don't think I'll leave y'all hating. And Melanie said, I said, girl, cut the fuck down. And yeah, she was facing Kenzie's election, but she was excited for Kenzie. She was excited that a new bombshell was coming in. Get the fuck out of here. I don't care what y'all say. Y'all looking at the wrong thing. All that stuff. And then mind you, the second time she did the same. When she gets excited, she cuts off. So everybody said, girl, move back. Trinity said, right? Trinity said, girl, move back. You cutting me and Kenzie off. Right? So then we got Caleb. Caleb, he's 21. He's from North Carolina. He got the Southern charm. I said, go ahead, Southern charm. And he go after he wants. And he said he's 9 out of 10. But that one point is the girl he needed to find in the villa. I said, oh, okay. Okay. So Kenzie said Caleb is her type. I said, we could tell because you go after everybody else. I said, I don't care who your type is. Your type is a person. Girl, you don't have a type because you're all over the place. Your type is a person who likes you. That's your type. So he kissed the girls. He kissed Kenzie. Then he kissed Melody. Then he kissed Trinity. Then he kissed Kata. Then Naya. Then Bea. And when he was kissing the girls, he was kissing down. I said, go ahead, Kayla. He was on them. They said they like the kiss. A lot of ladies say they love the kiss. So they were saying, go ahead, Kayla. They like Kayla know how to kiss. Because he was kissing down. I said, go ahead and show them, who's teaching you down there? Who teaching you down there, Caleb? Now, he looked average looking. But he's not that bad. But we'll see how that goes. Like that. So after he finished Bea, the only person he didn't go hard in was Bea. Bea was a short kiss. Everybody else was kissing down. And then, it was crazy. Corbin was upset. He looked like he was getting mad. All the guys were looking like they was annoyed. I said, what the fuck y'all mad for? Y'all 2 bombshells kiss y'all. And the girls got 1 bombshell kiss them and y'all upset? Oh, y'all upset because the girls was liking it. Oh, well. 2 compare their game. They mad at you on. After finish with Bea, Gabriel said, oh, I thought he was going to kiss me. I said, bitch, because you wanted him to kiss you. Stop playing. He was not kissing you. He was getting off the bed. I thought he was going to kiss me. No, he wasn't. Now, yesterday's event, it will be first vote of the season. All right. And I guess the vote will be who you want to, because I'm not sure, because I don't get download. I just, the first vote is who you want the couple, who you want the bombshell to be coupled up with, or something like that. Something like they did last year. Usually they twist, they don't make everything the same. Every time they vote, everything's different. So I don't know if they're going to do the same that I did last year, that who you vote, you want them to couple up with, because I think that was a question that I saw, who you do want sold a couple of. So I guess it's the same thing last year. But let's see if they twist to that. But people's in their feelings, y'all. People's in their feelings. Yes, yeah, I'm done. Any last thoughts about this? The 4, 5, 6. Anything I missed? I think the next review will probably be on Sunday morning, like I did last time. Because I think I like that. Do every couple episodes. So we're going to do 7, 8, and 9. There's no new episode Saturdays. And no episode tonight. And I got time before the work. So we could try to see if we can watch as much as the Tuesday episode in Discord right after I finish this. And as much as I can, and then we can finish the rest tomorrow. All right, y'all. Hope y'all appreciate y'all. Hope y'all enjoy. Please click that like button, subscribe to the channel, share these videos. If I miss anything or y'all have anything y'all want to discuss, put it in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your comments and read your comments and communicate back and forth. This is Love Island. We have a good time. Who y'all feeling? No, great review. Thank you. And ready to see the votes. Yes, I'm ready to see the votes too. Ready to see the votes. So I'm about to get on this Discord right now so I can watch a little bit of the episode before I leave out of work. I still have some time. And y'all join me there and watch y'all. And I'll see y'all next time. I have not forget about RHOA, RHOY, Bell Collective. It's that Love Island had me taken over. Around this time, Love Island used to take over everything. So I'm trying to give you guys reviews on that as well. And maybe do that. I don't know. Maybe do have discussions, put on live, and then just talk about it. No set notes like I haven't been doing, and just talk about it. So I'll get y'all live on that soon as well. All right. Appreciate y'all. Talk to y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out. All right. Good night, y'all.